God, wow. I just did the most rookie thing. I was just on mute. Oh my God, like a boomer on Zoom. Wow. Okay, well, can you hear me now? Hopefully you can hear me now. Hi, everybody. Welcome. So you might be like, what is happening here? What is going on? Um, Good question. So I have had this idea for a long time now. So I am a hack and a fraud is the thing. And I don't actually keep up with like really keep up with entertainment news, like really keep up with what is happening. Uh I mean I kind of do. And I get like push notifications about like from the Hollywood Reporter and Variety and stuff. Uh but I don't know, I don't always like keep up. Like I don't watch a lot of movies or TV because I need like 8 hours a night to just like lie there. I don't mean sleep, just to just, like, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. I'm really trying to watch a lot more movies. I'm really trying to watch at least 100 movies this year. That's one of my resolutions because I only watched like 62 or something last year, according to Letterboxd, which is kind of embarrassing. But I mean, 100, that's just like two a week, not even. So we can do that. But I figured, and television, I realized like I'm so bad at keeping up with. Like I love television, but I have not been keeping up with it at all. Uh, so that needs to change. So I figured with entertainment news, if we go over that, like we'll be talking about some of the TV that's happening and all that. And then hopefully, this will also be a way for me to talk about the stuff I've been watching. I used to do these videos like once a month or so where I was just like, here's all the stuff I watch, all the media I consumed. But they were, I don't know, it's not quite what I'm going for with like the channel at large, but I don't know, I want these streams to be that. So I can like talk about stuff I've been engaged with and you can all talk about stuff you've been engaged with and get recommendations and make sure that I'm like, I don't know, actually watching and engaging with stuff. And then also if I don't have ideas for like a full video, or the time or energy for a full video, which is a lot more likely, let's be real. Like I can at least I can just say, my piece about it or whatever. I don't know. But anyway, I've compiled a bunch, just like a window full of a bunch of tabs of entertainment news. We're gonna just chat about some of it. So how does that sound for everybody? Does that sound good for you guys? All right. And let's go. Okay, so the Golden Globes were last Sunday, and apparently they were a bit of a mess. So Vanity Fair here says the 2024 Golden Globes were a near total disaster, not just because of Joe Coy. Joe Coy being the guy who, wait, sorry, hold on. I'm just moving some windows around. Joe Coy being the host, who I had never heard of before. This guy right here. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see. Actually, can you see the? Yeah, you can see the text. All right. So let's read about this. This is Vanity Fair. This is Richard Lawson. Wait, hold on here. Let me link you. Boop. There you go. Link is in the chat. All right. The 2024 Golden Globes were a near total disaster, and not only because of Joe Coy. Yeah, so this guy, I mean, I didn't watch the Golden Globes, like the ceremony, but I've, seen stuff after, and yeah, you could see in most popular, maybe you can't because I'm in the way, but it says, like, his jokes draw stony silence, like, oof, he bombed so bad. But there were a lot of other things going on with the Golden Globes. So the Hollywood Foreign Press Association, which a few people actually thanked, is no longer a thing. So there's that. And that's because there was so much alleged, I have to say that, corruption going on. And there was so much, like, nobody on the list was like black, I think. Nobody in the Hollywood Foreign Press Association. And there were a lot of issues. So let's go through this. A shaky 1-year test run on a new network, CBS. Yeah, I think they used to all be on NBC, but I could be wrong. The lingering radiation of a scandal that almost killed the whole enterprise, all of the Hollywood Foreign Press Association and stuff. And an unknown host. Yeah, who the hell is this guy? Because I saw that he sold out Madison Square Garden. I've never heard of this guy before. I like this background. Sorry. Oh, okay. And Vanity Fair will not let me keep reading for this. Maybe I'll get some subscriptions to some stuff so we can figure out what's happening in the world so we can actually do these, but whatever. No worries. All right. Unknown host. These were just a few of the sinister energies looming over the 2024 Golden Globe Awards. The organization formerly known as the Hollywood Foreign Press Association, which gives out the awards every year, along with a few hundred other voters, mostly from the press world, had yet another rebuilding year to contend with post-strike and pre-rumored move to streaming. I have not heard about this rumored move to streaming, but I mean, obviously a lot of rebuilding to do. The most pressing trouble facing the show was the matter of who would host. They had a near decade-long run of memorable emceeing with Ricky Gervais. I remember all of that. There was so much going on with that. Tina Fey and Amy Poehler's amiable snark. The Globe's opening remarks became must-see TV. But that era has definitely ended. The renamed Hollywood Foreign Press Association's toxic reputation seems to have scared A-list funny people away from the show, possibly forever. Last year, cult favorite comedian Jared Carmichael hosted the show, which resulted in Carmichael delivering a searing monologue about the very real diversity problem that has long plagued the institution. That meant this year the Globes had to dig further down into the barrel. Yeah, I saw clips of Carmichael last year, and I thought he did like a really good job. All right. They came up with Joe Coy, a successful and long-laboring comedian who, nonetheless, is not exactly a household name for many viewers. He was a late hire, announced only a couple weeks before the ceremony. People following the various undulations of the globe scratched their heads, but remained cautiously optimistic. Yeah, that was nearly instantly dashed. Oh my god, right. He said something about, like, he was like, Oppenheimer is like this good thing based on a Pulitzer Prize winning book, and Barbie is about boobies. Like, some like sexist bullshit like that. Like, it was really bad. At one point he made a joke about Taylor Swift, and she like cut to her and she was just like, she just like drank her wine. Like, yeah, limp applause, which led to him going meta and commenting on the quality of the material. He threw his writers under the bus pretty much immediately, cracking that the audience was at least laughing at the one-liners he wrote. Wow. Oh my god. Honestly, that reminds me of how James Somerton was like, no, anything that was like wrong or plagiarized wasn't me, it was my co-writer. I'm not trying to throw him under the bus, but everything is his fault. Like, right? Like, all right. It was a sour, seemingly deathless few minutes, so bleak and awkward that I was ready to deem the entire evening a disastrous, perhaps fatal death. I mean, I heard in general the show was pretty bad. I don't know if it was all because of him, but I heard it was pretty bad. Things picked up mildly. Some of the presenter banter was cute. Daniel Kaluuya, Shamik Moore, Haley Steinfeld did a very funny bit about bad writing. Kristen Wiig and Will Ferrell were silly and sublime with their musical interruption bit that ended with the Golden Globes have not changed punchline. I heard that they were a little bit awkward. There's another article we'll look at, but I've heard mixed opinions about their presenting. And the winners were largely supportable, if largely predictable. That said, the approach to many of the presenting segments was bizarre, tight, and oddly dark. Two shots made these presenters look like they were beaming in from an undisclosed location, perhaps as hostages. That framing lent the proceedings a frustrating air of cramped smallness. Stylistic tinkering that show producers have been doing lately have not made the broadcast cooler or more engaging as intended. They pretty much had the opposite effect, making the show seem nervous and unconfident. Yeah, a lot of them have been feeling very nervous and unconfident lately. Last year's Globes and Oscars were returned to normal form because of like the pandemic and everything. So it was a shame to see the Globes regressing to needless tinkering. There were no honorary awards given out this evening. Yeah, I didn't see it, but like didn't Harrison Ford? Maybe it was another award that he got, but he got some kind of like, I don't know, he got some like lifetime achievement or something lately. But I'm a hack and a fraud, so I haven't looked into it. There were no honorary awards given. A shame considering that those moments, Jodie Foster's rambling, not coming out. Oh, right, I remember that. Oprah's rousing Me Too speech were often highlights of any given ceremony. What filled that gap were new awards for stand-up comedy and cinematic and box office achievement. The latter a laughably poorly defined category that seemed to have an obvious answer. The box office achievement was the movie that made the most money this year, Barbie. Isn't that, like, in and of itself its own achievement? Like, that's a weird thing to give out an award for. Like, the award is the money, right? I don't know, whatever. The stand-up category was presumably introduced to appeal to Netflix. And the Netflix special Ricky Gervais's Armageddon indeed won. But surely the hope was also that the stand-up winner would give a funny speech. But Gervais wasn't there, perhaps unwilling to attend the Globes, and he wasn't hosting. So that didn't work out. The Globes certainly had bad luck with comedians this year. Meanwhile, box office achievement went to, you guessed it, Barbie. Margot Robbie got the chance to shout out the power of the theatrical experience, which Barbie and its happy compliment Oppenheimer mightily proved this summer. Now, why is that why Taylor Swift attended? Oh, okay. Maybe she presented it? I don't know, whatever. A cynical, grasping ceremony is nothing new for the Globes, but this year felt particularly desperate. Part of me wished the night well. I love award shows, including the forever ridiculous and problematic Globes. I mean, the Golden Globes are normally so much fun because there's an open bar. I think Mark Hamill apparently even said something about the open bar. But, like, they're messier, but that's the appeal. You know? Like, they're and the way that they mix, like, TV and movies and all of that, like, I don't know, they're just like, they're supposed to just be fun, but this one just sounded super awkward. I think they're genuinely vital to the commercial endurance of non-blockbuster cinema, but the HFPA scrambled this year. Well, the HFPA doesn't exist anymore. What resulted was a messy, irregular program that may have honored worthy winners, but undermined the grandeur these things are supposed to evoke. Coy's opening suggested a disaster in the making. The Globes, as the Globes does, then rescued itself from complete calamity. The show was steeped in sweatiness. Yeah, all right. Thank you, Richard Lawson. Yes, we also have this one from Slate. Putting the link in the chat. Boop, there you go. The Golden Globes were a mess, and not in the fun, tipsy way. That's what I'm saying. Normally, they're, like, fun because everybody's, like, you know, everybody's a little drunk. Like, they're I think there's, like, a dinner, you know, like, I don't know. It's not like the Oscars or whatever. It's not like, yes, this is, like, the moment of my career. It's like, you know, it's fun. And aiming for respectability. I mean, this man's comments did not seem respectable to me, based on what I heard. But okay, the award show landed somewhere in boring. He did not win much love for hosting the Golden Globes. Very true. Wait, who wrote this? Sam Adams. Sam Adams, the beer guy? Wow. The range. Okay. Well, all right. For years, the Golden Globes were the tipsy cousin of award show. Exactly. The tipsy. That's a perfect way to put it. Good job, Sam Adams. Oh my God. You'd see them for a few hours once a year. They'd get a little too drunk and a little too loud, but they never overstayed their welcome, and you'd go home with a good story, if nothing else. But after it emerged in 2021 that the Hollywood Foreign Press Association was allegedly corrupt and racist. Yeah, wait, so here. This is, yeah, I think this is like the super long expose about it. So like, we're not going to read all this, but let's see if they share any of this. Yeah. Norwegian entertainment journalist was denied membership into the group, and she accused them of having a culture of corruption, claiming tax-exempt organization operated as a kind of cartel, barring qualified applicants, including herself, and monopolizing all important press access while improperly subsidizing its members' income. There were ethical conflicts with members accepting thousands of dollars in emoluments from the same studios, networks, and celebrities they conferred trophies upon, all but hidden behind a code of silence. Yeah, so like allegedly the reason, for example, that Emily in Paris, I heard Emily in Paris was one of the ones that was nominated because Netflix like flew out all of these members to the filming and kept them in a super nice, expensive hotel, is what I heard. But I'm a hack and a fraud, and I don't have a source for that right now. So, yeah. Ricky Gervais dismissed them as worthless, calling the award a bit of metal that some nice old confused journalists wanted to give you in person so they could meet you and have a selfie with you. Gary Oldman said they were 90 nobodies having a wank and called for a boycott of the silly game their awards represent. Let's see here. Well, I mean, yeah, you get the point. Here, I'll link this too if you want to read this, but... Boop. All right. The HFPA was officially dissolved last year, although several winners thanked the group anyway. Yeah, it's just the Golden Globes, or like the Golden Globes Association or something like that now, I think. Sunday's broadcast was meant to be the debut of the new improved Globes, and while they might have been marginally more respectable, they were also something the show's former incarnation never was: boring. Comedian Joe Coy, who hosted the ceremony, might be quantitatively more famous than last year's host, Jared Carmichael. I don't know, I'd heard of Carmichael. Didn't he he had a TV show. But apparently Coy sold out Madison Square Garden, but felt painfully out of place in front of the high-powered crowd, digging himself into an immediate hole with feeble gags about Barbie's boobs and how Kevin Costner actually showed up this year. Joke after joke fell flat, so much so that Coy was forced to acknowledge in the middle of his opening monologue that he was bombing. When he later tried out "We're All Pals Here" line about how the broadcast featured fewer shots of Taylor Swift than the average NFL game, Swift stayed tight-lipped and coolly sipped her wine. Wait, let's see. Is this a GIF? Oh, X. Oh, yeah. I don't know if you can hear this. Yeah, you can hear this. This is her reaction. Yeah. Basically. But then she visibly roared when Jim Gaffigan, introducing the new award for Best Stand-Up Comedy Special, joked that after 80 years of celebrating Hollywood stars, you guys finally decided to invite the talented people. Oh, somebody has something to say. Big time filmmakers need these back-patting ceremonies because the mental health is ruined by all the flack they get from the public at large. They need this positive feedback loop in order to stay sane. They really do. Hello. Do you want to be on the stream? I'm streaming. I didn't realize you were in here. Talking to my cat. We're going to call her Flamebird here. That's her alter ego. Yeah. You don't really like to be lifted, but can I show you the world? Can I show you off? Oh, no? Okay. You're on the bed? Wait, can you see her maybe? No, you can't. Okay. Yeah. Okay. No, I mean, yeah, I totally agree. And there's like ribbing in these, but there's like a little bit of roasting, but it's part of the when I was in college, we read, what was the phrase? Somebody talked about this, about how especially media will do this thing where they'll call themselves out, but it's a ritual of rebellion. I think it was rituals of rebellion or something. Where they'll do that in order to be like, yeah, we're so cool. It's similar to in capitalist realism, how Mark Fisher also talks about, he quotes Kurt Cobain saying something about like, nothing sells on MTV, like a protest against MTV. So the bits of it that are subversive or whatever are very like, there's a lot of ulterior motives there, basically. But no, yeah, they like that makes me think too of Carmichael last year, Jared Carmichael, like when he was calling out like the racist issues with the Hollywood Foreign Press Association and like the film industry at large. Like all the white people were like, And all like the black people were like, yeah, totally. Like you could see a difference in how people were responding to him. I mean, no, but yeah, like, and there's this idea of like, why do it if it's not gonna be one of the, like, I mean, even down to the fact that like I've seen the things that were nominated that didn't win were called losers, and that's like wild to me because it's like they were not, like, people will be like, it's an honor to be nominated, like it really should be, like that's like I could only dream of that for now, manifesting. You know, like yeah. So anyway, all right, where were we? Reporter Nicole Sperling said she'd never seen an audience rebel against an MC so quickly. The host sets the tone, and the tone was flop sweat. Mark Hamill, okay, side note, Mark Hamill posted a picture of him with Natalie Portman. He said something about, like, I've met my mother. And everybody, I saw this one post that was like, I forgot the Star Wars lore. And for a second, I thought that he was, like, appropriating, like, gay slang. Oh, okay, bye. Flamebird is like, oh, can you not get the door open? Do you need help? She'll get it. Yeah, she got it. She's out. All right. She does wish to remain anonymous, though. Exactly. All right. He joked that it was the only award show with an open bar. That's what I was saying earlier. But the presenters and winners alike seemed almost uniformly sober, depriving the broadcast of the off-the-cuff moments that have often been its most memorable. I couldn't tell you who won the Golden Globe for Best Motion Picture, Musical, or Comedy last year, but I'll never forget Christine Lottie apologizing for being late to accept her award in 1998 because she was still in the bathroom when her name was called. It's wild, dude. With a handful of exceptions, the Globe's presenting duo seemed ill-matched and under-rehearsed. Their attempted banter built around comic discomfort that often just played as genuine awkwardness. Yeah. In one scripted exchange, Costner quoted a couple lines from America Ferrera's climactic monologue in Barbie, and an awestruck Ferrera gushed, "Did you, Kevin Costner, memorize my womanhood speech from Barbie?" Costner held back his curt no for so long that it felt less like a punchline than a slap. There were a handful of noteworthy moments, like Succession's Kieran Culkin using a portion of his accepted speech for Best Actor to take a playful stab at fellow HBO nominee Last of Us Pedro Pascal. Suck it, Pedro. Okay, side note, Kieran Culkin so deserves it, and I really hope that he wins the Emmy. All right. But it wasn't until Andra Day and Jon Batiste took the small circular stage to present the awards for songwriting and score that things finally started to loosen up. I mean, yeah, because the alcohol's hidden. Tay did a double take at the teleprompter copy about her getting her start singing in a strip mall. Batiste chewed gum and shot the camera a sly smile as if he at least had managed to locate the open bar. Yeah, and then like there's this bit about Kristen Wiig and Will Ferrell that they might fall on their faces so off for the vibes, but they managed a decent, if not world-changing bit involving their the involuntary dancing to a goofy piece of music. The presumptive Oscar frontrunner Oppenheimer cleaned up with 5 awards, including Picture, Director, Actor, Supporting Actor, and Score. On the TV side, it was a good night for Beef and The Beef, with The Bear tying Beef's 3 wins, while Succession's final season won 4. Yes, let's go. Surprises were minor, both in terms of who won and what they said. There were more clips of Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner canoodling in the audience. Yeah, and apparently, allegedly, this isn't for like drama talk, but apparently, Selena Gomez asked Timothée Chalamet for a picture, and Kylie Jenner said no, and it was this whole thing. I don't know. Allegedly, according to the people on the internet. Oh, hey, curses and prayers. Firefox is trying to fox block you from chat and succeeding because you still haven't figured out what's going on. Yeah, that's so weird. Why won't they let you chat? I don't know. But yeah, we're talking about the Golden Globes and how they were like apparently really bad this year. Like not the awards, not the people who won or like the stuff that won, but just like the show itself, because the guy who hosted it apparently did just like such a bad job. Why even watch them? Because as silly and irrelevant as they are, even with the worst show, and this was, to be clear, one of, if not the worst in recent memory, you still get moments like Killers of the Flower Moon's Lily Gladstone accepting her award for Best Actress in a Drama. Hell yeah, marking the historic significance of her win by beginning her speech in the language of the Blackfeet tribe. That was really cool. Among other things, the Globes have often served as a kind of audition for Oscar night. Gladstone's moving acceptance was one Academy voters might well want to see repeated in person. I freaking hope so. And whatever happens behind the scenes, or whatever changes happen behind the scenes. I'm sorry, you have to be on Chrome for this. Whatever changes behind the scenes, the winners of the Globe's brand new awards prove there's still a long way to go for the organization to regain or really gain its credibility. Debuting an award for box office achievement feels redundant a year when the box office champs were also critical favorites. Yeah, like I said, like the prize there is being the highest grossing movie or whatever. Like, why do you need an award for that's so whatever. That's so weird to me. There's also like do they vote on that? Because like that's not like a subjective thing. That's like, right? You would just give it to whoever won the most money, or like grossed the most. Like, what? I don't know. That's so weird to me. Barbie, the box office award winner, didn't need a made-up category to earn recognition, and Oppenheimer, which won the regular old Best Picture drama, earned nearly $1 billion on its own. Yeah, the stand-up category was a straight-up embarrassment, with former Globes host and current transphobe Ricky Gervais emerging victorious from a pool of big-name but largely past their prime comics. If that was the Golden Globes' attempt to show that they can change with the times, it landed with a bigger thud than Joe Coy's played-out jabs about the lengthy running time of Oppenheimer. Better luck next year. Yeah. Good job, Sam Adams. Did I share this? Yeah, I did. All right. Good job, Sam Adams. That was good. All this being said, the ratings were up. They had 9.4 million viewers, so, you know. Hey, Cillian Murphy. Yeah, last year there were 6.3 million viewers, and which was down even more, and now it's what? What is it, Flamebird? I don't know. I think she just had, maybe it was because I mentioned Cillian Murphy, and she was just like, I gotta say something about him. Or maybe she has opinions about it. I don't know. She has a lot of opinions. But yeah. It was on Paramount Plus. Oh, dude, I have Paramount Plus because my parents have it. I could have watched it. Whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Apparently, some people are defending this guy. People on The View, Whoopi Goldberg, and Sarah Haynes. I don't even know who Sarah Haynes is. These hosting gigs are brutal. If you don't know the room, you've not been in these rooms before, and you're thrust out there, it's hit or miss. Okay, but like, maybe don't joke about like Oppenheimer good because man and real, Barbie bad because toy that has boobies. Like, I don't know. And then don't like throw your people under the bus. Right here. So the Hollywood Foreign Press Association is also like no longer a thing. Iowa Debris, who like, awesome, love her, and also like Boston represent, like super happy she won, but she thanked them. Oh, the Oppenheimer composer did too. Oh, and Divine Joy Randolph. Oh, guys. Yeah, so it's just, you're supposed to say like, Golden Globes journalists, thanks for changing your game, therefore changing your name, salute. That's what Robert Downey Jr. said when he won for Oppenheimer. That's funny. Yeah, Sarah Snook and Paul Giamatti apparently were just like, thanks to the Golden Globes. So noted. I mean, in fairness, I feel like Io Debris, like there's a non-zero chance that she, had been, if she's anything like me, which I mean, at the very least, she's more talented. Then she's had that speech written for a while, so. Oppenheimer and okay, so here are the winners. All right. Let's just look at them. All right. Motion picture drama was Oppenheimer. Lily Gladstone for female actor in a drama. This is kind of a random list. Maybe this was no, this wouldn't make sense for the order. Maybe it was backwards. I don't know. Musical or comedy was Poor Things. I'm going to have to see a lot of these. Paul Giamatti for The Holdovers. Oh, that was musical or comedy. Okay. Succession for drama series. Hell yeah. Sarah Snook for female actor. Musical or comedy was The Bear. Yeah, The Bear is a comedy. I know. Limited series was Beef. That's cinematic box office. That's such a weird word. What Was I Made For was Best Original Song. The Oppenheimer score was original score. Cillian Murphy for male actor in a drama. Emma Stone for female actor in a comedy. Chris Nolan got, it's just overall Best Director. Right, The Boy and the Heron by Miyazaki got Best Animated Picture. I know that there was a lot of like, will it go to that or will it go to Spider-Man? Yeah, so we'll have to see what happens with the Oscars as well, I guess, then too. Kieran Culkin for male actor in a television series. I really want him to win the Emmy too. Normally the Emmys are in August, but these upcoming Emmys are going to be on Monday, which is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, actually, which is feels wrong. Oh, we got Firefox chat back. Yay. Oh yeah, so I'm probably going to try to stream my like an Emmys tier list too, or at least, I don't know, like make it and post it somewhere. Cause that's a little bit of a, thing I like to do, but there are still a lot of shows that I really need to catch up on before I can do that. So, Iowa Debris for, female actor comedy. Anatomy of a Fall won. Jeremy Allen White won. Yeah, so Anatomy of a Fall for screenplay. That's very interesting. Matthew McFadden for supporting role. I'm surprised. Elizabeth Debicki. I'm not sure how you pronounce her name. She played Princess Diana on The Crown. That's also surprising because she dies like halfway through. She's not in all of it. I don't know. I have a lot of thoughts about the Crown. It's like more interesting metatextually. She did do a really good job though. Yeah. Stephen Young, I love him. He's so great. And Ali Wong, let's go. Yeah, Robert Downey Jr., Divine Joy Randolph. Cool. So those were the winners. All right. So some takeaways. Yeah, Barbie did not sweep as much as people expected because, yeah, I think it was tied for most nominations, but it did not. I mean, it won that box office award, whatever the hell that means, but yeah, it didn't sweep like people thought it would. They cemented Christopher Nolan's historical drama as the Oscar frontrunner. Yep. So Oppenheimer's very much in the running for the Oscars. Paul Giamatti. France blew it. Not only did their eventual selection, The Taste of Things, get snubbed by the Globes, but Anatomy, which won the Palme d'Or at Cannes, it's racked up the most precursors of the season for any international title. Right, because the country's like pick or something, I guess. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. All right. Yeah, this was another thing I thought was interesting. So Barbie is in the Oscar race for adapted screenplay. So they have original screenplay and adapted screenplay. Barbie's in the running for adapted. And Judd Apatow in particular was like, that's offensive. He disagrees with the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences decision to classify Barbie as an adapted screenplay. It's insulting to the writers to say they were working off of existing material. There was no existing material or story. There was a clear box. Yeah. The thing that's really obnoxious about it is that, like, I don't think that I saw that the Lego movie was not considered adapted, which, if anything, I feel like it's more adapted because, like, there's more of those characters and everything had like Batman's in it, like Lego Batman, but Batman. Yeah, many films about pre-existing characters such as Toy Story 3, Borat 2, Before Sunset, Before Midnight were ultimately classified as, were adapted screenplays. Toy Story 3 was adapted. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so maybe that's why. But yeah. I mean, that does raise a lot of questions about it kind of feels like adapted at this point really just means like, what's the word? It's not source material. I can't think of what I'm trying to say. But yeah, presumably because they were pre-existing dolls from Mattel. The Writers Guild designated it as an original work. So that's very interesting that it's kind of a little all over the place. Yeah. Oh, Oscar nomination voting will take place on January 11th. All right, 2 days away. Exciting. Yeah, so, okay, so the award season calendar. Yeah. So, especially now that the strikes are over, because there's a few today. There's so many all the time. Wow. Okay. Yeah, so the Emmys are going to be on the 15th. They were going to be September 18th. Success due to the recognition of pre-existing name brand franchise stuff. Yeah. Like whether or not, yeah. It's about IP. That's what I was trying to say. It's about IP. It's about intellectual property, it feels like, at this point. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I thought that I read that somewhere, but apparently I don't have a source for it right now. So, I don't know. I could have just made that up. But I don't think I made it up, but I mean. But you're right. No, but I mean, even more so because, like I said, like there's like Lego Batman is in it and stuff. Like it's like Toy Story, but even more so, you know? So, yeah. All right. So, here's a bunch of these awards. When are the Oscars? March 10th. Cool. More tasteful way of saying branded content. Well, I mean, it's normally supposed to be adapted from like books, you know, but yeah. Hold on. When did the Oscar nominations come out? January 23rd. That's right near my birthday. That's fun. Okay. Yeah, so this is just sad news. Adon Kanto, I didn't really watch anything that he was in, but he's passed away. It's trending on Deadline. I just felt like it would be remiss not to talk about it. He's a Mexican-American actor who died yesterday due to appendicial. I'm not sure how you say that, but he had cancer. Just really sad. He had a family. So R.I.P. Thoughts are with his family. Yeah, he was an emerging filmmaker too. He had a short film, a couple movies. Oh, geez, these kids are so young too. 3.5 and 1.5. That's so sad. So, yeah, thoughts are with them for sure. All right. So, why are the Oscars? I mean, yeah, like, hypothetically, I really like the idea of a bunch of people getting together and being like, hey, we all do the thing that you do. And we all got together and we're like, wow, like, this person did such a good job with the thing. So here's a shiny for you. Like, I get that, you know. And if it was more like that, that'd be great. But there is so much, like, you know, gift giving and campaigning and, like, BS with it that, like, yeah, it's not, like, they're bought, you know. But also, they're really fun. So, you know? I mean, they're wrong, like, all the time. Like, there are a lot of movies that were not the best movie of their year. But, you know. Crash. Green Book. Like, come on. Grow up. No, they weren't. You know? But I don't know. They're so much fun. Tom Cruise signed a deal with Warner Brothers. Yes, this was such a big deal that I got a news notification about it. To develop and produce original films and franchise films. He's producing, with Warner Brothers Discovery. These movies will be a mix of original productions and franchise fare, and will star Cruise, the company said in a release touting the deal. Let me link this. Sorry, I kind of ignored doing that for a little bit. Oops. The ageless action star. I love that. I read all about this. It's a coup for Michael DeLuca and Pam Abdi, who took over as co-chairs and CEOs of Warner Brothers Motion Picture Group in 2022, and who have been working to reinvigorate the studio, as well as for David Zaslav, the man who hired them. Okay. Cruise, who has projects at rival studios like Universal and Paramount, it's not exclusive and it's not a traditional first look pact. The actor can make movies at other companies. The hope is that he will be able to generate the kind of globally appealing blockbusters that could spawn sequels and enhance Warner Brothers' bottom line. WBD sounds a little bit desperate right now. Yeah. Well, I mean, apparently, you know, it's been a decade since he appeared in the studio's Edge of Tomorrow. So, oh, he was in an Interview with a Vampire. Right, he was. Right. Magnolia Rock. I mean, like, yeah, of course he's gonna end up in Warner Brothers stuff. He's like been in a ton of things over the course of, you know, his career. So like, you know. Oh, they were who gave him the breakout role in Risky Business. What a weird movie. Yeah, I don't totally understand this deal, but I did. Okay. I don't know. That's happening. Yeah, here's another article about it. The $13 billion grossing star. The $13 billion grossing star. Yeah, that's how you'd say that. And producer will develop and produce original and franchise theatrical titles, which he'll star in. I don't know. It just sounds fascinating. Like, what does it mean exactly? We're on a mission. Wait, who's David Zaslav said, we're on a mission to bring Warner Bros. Back. We have the best resources, storytelling IP. Okay, well, I mean, objectively, that's Disney, right? Like, and talent in the business. And we need to bring Tom Cruise back to Warner Brothers. Well, good job. Mission accomplished, I guess. It really does feel like nothing news. I don't know. Okay, so let's get into some movie news. See, like, look, breaking news. Like, I don't know. Everybody's acting like it's a big deal. I got a notification about it. Like, I don't know. Maybe this is just me being a hack and a fraud, but I don't really get it. He is making movies, and now with this company. I mean, I guess it makes sense that Deadline would be talking about it like this. It's just like industry news, you know, about the. But as a consumer, I don't know if I care. All right. New Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. It's they pushed up the release date a week, March 29th to March 22nd. Just so it doesn't compete with some of their other stuff. Isn't this made by his son? Well, yeah, Jason Reitman. How is Ivan Reitman producing this when he... What? Okay. I mean, I guess if he was doing a little bit before he passed away. But okay. Oh my god, how many people are here? Oh, somebody just left. Perfect. Okay. This was where I did my internship on the Sony lot, by the way. Shh. Okay, moving on. Right, so they're making a new Star Wars, another one. There's another one. I don't care anymore. There's too much Star Wars to keep up with. I can't. Andor was good. The new movie's really good, I guess. But, like... anybody else exhausted? Jeez. Well, they're making The Mandalorian and Grogu. Jon Favreau's making... It's a movie, though. Details as to the plot are under wraps, but it will commence production sometime this year. Kathleen Kennedy and Dave Filoni, they're producing it. It talks about The Mandalorian, the show. It's not confirmed if Pedro Pascal will be there. I mean, like, I used to be super into Star Wars. There's just so much of it now. Andor was really good. It's not yet confirmed whether, yeah, so we don't know if Pedro Pascal is going to be there. They're making another season of the show. Yeah. But yeah, there's more. We got more Star Wars happening. I don't know if they've said how it's going to fit into the show, if at all. I mean, Grogu is there, so you know, Star Wars out exactly. Curses. I am right there with you. That's how I feel. It does. It is like a Star Wars RPG campaign for sure. On the topic of source material. That's what I don't know what I'm saying. Martin Scorsese is making a Jesus movie. It's 80 minutes long and aims to take away negative associations with organized religion. Okay, so he's trying to reinvigorate the Jesus fandom. It's based on this book, A Life of Jesus. I haven't read it. Maybe I will. Maybe I should. It'll be set mostly in the present day. Well, it says it's a religious film. Is it Jesus? I mean, it's based on a book called A Life of Jesus. But is it like, what if Jesus was in the modern day? Is this like that Joan of Arc show? Also, like, do we need, like, honestly, just watch the Pasolini one. That movie slaps. Jesus as a unibrow. It's a great movie. We already had a Jesus movie from an Italian. Yeah, he revealed in an interview with the LA Times that his next religious film will be set mostly in the present day, but according to the paper, Scorsese doesn't want to be locked into a certain period because he wants the film to feel timeless. I feel like making it present day would... I'm super confused about I don't know, whatever. I'll have to see what... I need more information. Plus, he envisions the film will clock in around 80 minutes, a stark contrast to Flower Moon's 206-minute runtime. I love 80 minutes for a movie. That's, like, short for a movie, though. That's... I mean, it's still a feature, but, like, it's kind of short. It'll focus on Jesus' core teachings in a way that explores the principles but doesn't proselytize. I mean, I'm intrigued. Scorsese said, I'm trying to find a new way to make it more accessible and take away the negative onus of what has been associated with organized religion. Right now, religion, you say that word and everyone is up in arms because it's failed in so many ways, but that doesn't mean necessarily that the initial impulse was wrong. Let's get back. Let's just think about it. You may reject it, but it might make a difference in how you live your life, even in rejecting it. I mean, that's true. There's a lot of atheists who are like, the way they talk about all religion is very like, yeah, you grew up Christian, you're just like that, but rejecting it in a way that's, you know, don't dismiss it offhand. That's all I'm talking about. And I'm saying that as a person who's going to be 81 in a couple of days. Yeah, it's like a Cartoon Network the holiday special. Yeah. I plan to write a book that has Jesus. Yeah. Godspeed. Get it? Yeah. Scorsese's already finished writing the screenplay for the Jesus movie. The Jesus movie is just such a funny, like, working title that they're working with. The Jesus movie. He's writing it with critic and filmmaker Kent Jones. I love when I read that somebody is a critic and a filmmaker because I'm like, sweet, cool, I can do it. Hopefully everything I say will not be used against me. Trying to shoot the movie later this year. He's got another movie. Scorsese is still, like, working hard. You know, for somebody who's turning 81 soon, especially. Like, good for him. Like, I feel like he has more energy than I do, and I'm almost 30. Like, he said he'd be taking a break from working on The Wager. That's what he's... The fact that it's got shipwreck, mutiny, and murder. That all sounds very interesting. Production's yet to start, even though it was announced in 2022. Whoa, I wonder what's going on there. Although, honestly, can he work... Like, he does a good job with Leonardo DiCaprio, but DiCaprio's just such a... I don't know. In my opinion, allegedly. I don't... You know? Anyway. I mean, they make some good shit together, though. You know? Like, some really good. And also, like, I'm just sick of this man, you know? Date somebody your own age. Like... Uh, yeah. Now the writer's strike is over because so much is on me to go out there and spread the word about Killers of the Flower Moon. Let me take a break. I mean, he's like 80. Yeah, let the man take a break. All right. So that's happening. New casting news. Jacob Elordi is going to be Frankenstein's monster, to play Frankenstein monster. I mean, I guess you could say that. In Guillermo del Toro's adaptation. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure originally it was going to be... Oh my god, I'm so excited for Oscar Isaac to play Victor Frankenstein, though, too. I think originally it was going to be... Yeah, Andrew Garfield, who fell out due to strike postponements that led to scheduling conflicts. Leo Scorsese fanfiction, right? Like, I don't know. Yeah, so Jacob Elordi is gonna... That's not the greatest picture of him, but all right. I mean, Guillermo del Toro on a Frankenstein with freaking Oscar Isaac, Mia Goth, and Jacob Elordi. Like, that sounds awesome. Like, I want to see that. Also, how many hours in a day does Jacob Elordi have? Because it's more than me. Is all I'm saying about that. All right. We got more casting news. We got Caitlin Dever as Abby. I have not seen a lot of, horrible harassment, and I hope it stays that way, because I remember people were even saying, like, oh my god, when they cast Abby, like, God help the actress they pick. She's from Dope Sick. She joined the cast. So they are going to do that whole... Joining series stars Pedro Pascal, who plays Joel. Me would I know. Oh boy. I mean, I'm excited. I'm interested to see where this goes. I wonder if they're gonna like try to keep going with the show after, or what they're gonna do. Very interesting. All right. TV stuff. Tina Fey has a new show she's making for Netflix with 30 Rock alums. It's based on the Four Seasons, which is a 1981 feature film. Lang Fisher and Tracy Wigfield are working on it with her. High-profile comedy project, which marks Fey's first TV starring role since 30 Rock. Oh, she's starring in it. Okay, cool. She's starring as a lead. Wait, is she going to be the showrunner? It was taken out to the marketplace just before the holidays in a very competitive situation with multiple bidders. It landed at Netflix with an 8-episode series order. Production starts later this year. Universal TV is the studio. It's written by Fey Fisher and Wigfield, who executive produce. All right. Oh, Jeff Richmond. I think that's her husband. So that's happening. Oh, Alan Alda produced a series about it before in 1994. Very interesting. Right. She did do Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. I loved the first season, and then it fell off. Like, it got so much worse so fast, and I just like stopped watching. Don't you hate when that happens, when a show goes from being like your favorite to just like, I don't know you anymore. This is not good. I felt that way about the other two, actually. The newest season of it, the last season of it, was so bad. I couldn't get through it. I could barely get through the first episode back. But before that, I was like, this is the funny, like, it was one of my favorite shows. So, I don't know. That happens. I mean, I hope it's good. I don't know. I guess we'll see. All right. Let's go through some anticipated movie releases. All right. Let's see, everybody. Mean Girls. All right. So many people have been like, why are they remaking Mean Girls? And the thing is, they're not. You wouldn't know that from the trailers and everything. But they're not remaking the 2002, 3, 4, whatever movie Mean Girls. 2004. Right. It's the Broadway musical. But they aren't like they aren't billing it as a musical. You know, like they aren't what's the word? Marketing it as a musical. I don't know. I might see it. I'll probably see it. I'm curious. Book of Clarence. All right. Follow up to a blockbuster. The harder they fall. Man living in biblical times who takes his cues from the new Messiah and starts his own faithful following, which puts him in conflict with the ruling Roman Empire. That sounds really interesting. Yeah. All right. Might check it out. All right. Argyle. All right. Espionage, a metafilm that follows a spy novelist who, unbeknownst to her, is writing real-life events into her beloved book series. I feel like that's happened. There's been a lot of. I feel like there's been a handful of things where that's the idea. Bryan Cranston's gonna be there. Henry Cavill, Dua Lipa, Bryce Dallas Howard. I'm kind of curious. I don't know. Lisa Frankenstein. Is Frankenstein just having a renaissance right now? Like, who's Lisa Frankenstein? It's a campy young adult take on the Mary Shelley classic. Sees a high schooler reanimate a corpse who turns out to be a love interest. Okay. The movie is the feature debut from Zelda Williams and features a screenplay from Diablo Cody. I like how they call her Jennifer's body scribe and not Juno, which she won what she won awards for and stuff. Did she write Juno? I think she did. I think she also directed it, but I don't remember. Whatever. I'm intrigued. Yeah. And it looks like it's got a lot of biolighting. It looks like one of those A24 asphalt. Wait, it's Cole Sprouse? Oh, you didn't say it was Cole Sprouse as the Frankenstein monster. Well, now I have to be there. Oh my god. That sounds... yeah. That sounds fun. All right. A Spider-Man spinoff. I don't go here, and there's so much, and there's also so much Marvel, and I got a little bit behind, and everyone that came out, I was like, well, I gotta get caught up, and I still haven't, and it's been like 10 years now, almost, like, yeah, about 10 years, so, Lady-led Frankenstein, the monster's a love interest, I mean, yeah, that's not lost on me. And also, like, high school girl makes her Frankenstein monster. Well, romance, like it is, yeah. But also, well, I mean, Diablo Cody writing on it, gives me hope that it'll at least be fun, maybe. So, anyway, yeah, there's a new, I mean, this sounds interesting. The Spider-Man spinoff. Clairvoyant who becomes entangled with multiple superheroes, known as Spider-Woman. Okay, so it kind of sounds, they're doing the multiverse thing? Maybe not. I mean, it sounds interesting. I'm just, oh my god, it's like the Star Wars thing. There's so much Marvel that I'm like, where, how, what? And I don't know what, I know DC, so I'm just confused. Bob Marley, One Love. Is this Oh, it's a biopic. Okay. From the King Richard director, Ronaldo Marcus Green. Stars Kingsley Benadir as Marley. Follows his rise as well as personal and political journey. That sounds interesting enough. Oh, no, Eric, no. Dune Part 2. I haven't seen Part 1, honestly. I mean, I apparently have to, but, Yeah, and that got pushed because of the strikes as well. So... I mean, I know a lot of people are really excited about that. That's an interesting time of year for them to move it to, though. March. Like, stuff doesn't really come out at March. Are people really going to the movies then? Like at the end of the year and in the summer. Absolutely. But March is such a... Like, the first few months are such a, whatever. Making all these Spider-Man movies without Spider-Man is a mistake. Similarly, Batman. That Gotham Knights show that they tried to make the bombs. I didn't even get around to hate watching it. As a lifelong webhead, you're in. All right, okay. Good to get your perspective on this then. Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, in general, I think it's just that Spider-Man is one of the most, Batman versus Superman came out in March. Did it? Well, I mean, that kind of makes my point, doesn't it? Didn't that I don't know. things come out in March, but like it's not the ideal time. I mean, I guess the ideal time was last year, but the strike was happening, so they, yeah, I don't know. Roadhouse. I mean, I don't know much about Spider-Man's supporting cast. I mean, I love Batman's supporting cast though. I love his. I mean, but like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, live action DC movies historically suck. I'm very much looking forward to what James Gunn does with Superman, though. I'm very much looking forward to that. I'm very much looking forward to also a Superman who is at least somewhat Jewish. Somewhat Jewish. That sounds like George Santos. I said I was Jewish. I don't. By which I mean I don't know how David Cornsweet identifies, but like his dad is Jewish at least, considering like Superman's Jewish roots. And then Rachel Brosnahan is probably going to kill it as Lois Lane. I hope it's not. She's not like. Well, I'm optimistic. I'm optimistic about where they're going to go, but where they have been, agreed. But I mean, the Suicide Squad is pretty good though too. I mean, are there any other good live action? I mean, like there's a couple. Most of them, for the most part, yeah, they suck. Don't bother. Oh my god, Batman and Robin. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, well, it was like fun. And people are like, no fun allowed. And so, yeah. All right, Roadhouse. 1989 camp action flick. It's getting a 2024 redo. A remake. Wow, yay. Ex-UFC fighter Jake Gyllenhaal's playing an ex-UFC fighter turned bouncer extraordinaire in the Florida Keys. That doesn't particularly sound interesting to me. Makes sense. The American Society of Magical... Can I say that? Set for a Sundance debut. Feature from comedian and satirist Kobe Levy. Oh, I should have looked up how to say that. He gets recruited into a secret society of black people who are meant to make white people's lives easier. Okay, that's really funny. That's a fun idea. All right. Justice Smith, too. He's pretty cool. So, I mean, looking forward to that. That sounds great. The Ghostbusters, we talked about this. Oh, nope, it's March 22nd. Out of date. Inaccurate. Unless they moved it forward. Yeah, inaccurate. We talked about this already. Sequel to Ghostbusters Afterlife. Oh. Gil Keenan steps into the director's chair instead of Jason Reitman. Interesting. Oh, Mickey 7. Okay, this one I'm excited about. Well, okay. Mickey 17. Bong Joon-ho. First of all, icon, love him. First since his Oscar-winning movie Parasite. Love Bong Joon-ho. Oh my god. I could be all like, I liked it before it was blah, because yeah, ever since my freshman year at my first college, yeah, the professor told us about him. I don't really remember Memories of Murder, but that, oh my god, Barking Dogs Don't Bite. Oh boy. But then he like crossed over into, like with Snowpiercer and everything. But I freaking love Bong Joon-ho so much. Starring Robert Pattinson as a Hollywood Reporter, get it together. As an expendable employee sent to colonize a foreign world who, when he dies on a dangerous mission, is simply replaced with a clone who shares his memories. Also starring Stephen Yeun and Mark Ruffalo and Toni Collette. Dude, I'm so there. My ass is in that seat, dude. I'm so there. Let's freaking go. Eartha Kitt. What an icon. Oh my god. Yeah. What a legend. Oh man. Her Catwoman was hot too. All right, The First Omen. Prequel to the classic Richard Donner film. Oh, The Omen? That was Richard Donner? Wait, what? Project kicks off when a young American woman moves to Rome in service of the church, only to encounter mysterious darkness. Okay. What is with all of the... What's with all the typos? Get it together, Hollywood Reporter. Had me at Bong Joon-ho. Exactly, same, agreed. But then also with Robert Pattinson and Stephen Yeun. And Mark Ruffalo. Tony Collette's fine, I guess. But, but like, oh my god, dude, that cast with Bong Joon-ho. The premise sounds neat. Like, I'm so there. I'm so hyped. That is the thing that I am most hyped for, like, by far here. Oh my god. Fuck all this other stuff. Well, okay, no, this movie looks good, actually, too. That's kind of what I'm thinking, Eric. Yeah, you made other things. Hold on. Let's, wait. I'm just gonna switch over because I don't know what's gonna type in if I, He just died in 2021. Oh, Eric, he did a lot. We're dumb. Sorry, I shouldn't say. He did, no, TV director. Okay, hold on. No, that's what I was looking at. He did episodes of The Twilight Zone, The Fugitive. He directed The Goonies? I did not know this. And Scrooged, the Lethal Weapon series? I didn't know any of this. Yeah, because I just associate him so strongly with Superman. I mean, he must have really liked Superman because he wrote the Chris Kent storyline. Like, he wrote comics for... like... I'm kind of shocked. I didn't realize... Yeah. Jeff Johns was his assistant? What? Yeah, they collaborated on Last Son, which was so good. Oh, right. Wait. So look at what I got recently. Oh, wait. Did I move it back? Yeah, I did. Okay. I have, Action Comics 1000. Yeah, there's a story from him in here, isn't there? Those Chris comics. Wait, have you never read a Chris Kent? You have a fan fiction about... Have you never read the, is it Last Son? I should not just be, like, flipping through this the way I am. Like, weird. There's a Tom King story here. Bendis. Okay, now there's just a bunch of covers. Oh my god, an original. Oh, side note. Oh, is this the first issue? Yeah, it's the first issue at the back. That's cute. 10 more years. 10 more years since, 10 more years till this baby is public domain. Not the stuff in between. Oh my god, did you not... The part where... Because he says in Last Son, I got to meet Robin. Did you not read the story where he met Robin? Tim Drake Robin. Because, yeah, that happens. Paul Dini. Well, apparently Donner has a story in here. Oh, yeah, with Jeff Johns. Jeff Johns. Yeah. Okay, I guess that makes sense, because apparently he used to be his assistant. The car. Yeah. Interesting. All right. Wait, is there anything else here? Interesting. Yeah, no. He was 91 when he passed away. Wow. Dang. All right. Sorry about that. Might have seen panels from that. Oh, from when they met? I don't know. Well, he mentions it in because he says, cause he's like, I'm gonna go back to the Phantom Zone, and he's like, no, don't. And then he's like, Chris is like, no, it's good. I've had a good time here. I got to meet Robin, and I was like, what? And so then I like searched every Chris Kent comic, and I read all of them. Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire. How are you supposed to pronounce that? Is it versus? Is it and? Is it by? I don't know. It was a Godzilla and Kong movie. Monsterverse film. Oh, it's the Monsterverse. Cool. I don't care. Rebel Moon Part 2. Oh, isn't that that's whoa, why does this keep happening? Oh my god. What okay. Yeah. Anyway, all right. Just months after the first installment. Yeah, that seems so fast, but okay. Challengers. Oh, that was shot here. That was shot in Boston. I know because every time Zendaya was at a place, it was like, hey, she's in Boston. It's like, yeah, she's filming a movie. Challengers. It was pushed due to the strike. Yep. Zendaya is the tennis star turned coach in a love triangle. Yeah, I don't know. And it was like shot around here. She went to the Tate at Emerson. Used to be a Dunkin' when I went there. Civil War. Cool. The Alex Garland movie is set after the U.S. has fallen into a state of civil war. I mean, there's some pretty good stars in it. Kirsten Dunst, Jesse Plemons, Nick Offerman. But, like, okay. Idea of You. Oh, it's a romance novel, okay. Michael Showalter directs Anne Hathaway. Single mom who goes to a concert with her daughter where she begins a relationship with the lead singer of a beloved boy band. Could be interesting. I don't know. Fall Guy. Feature film version of the 80s series. Ryan Gosling plays him. Emily Blunt is there. He's used his skills to save the day and the movie he's working on. I haven't, other than the Bong Joon-ho one, Mickey, what is it, 17? Mickey 17. I'm like, whatever. I mean, I'll probably see Challengers too. I'll see, I don't know, like some of these look good. But I'm also kind of like, whatever. Back to Black. Is this, yep, another biopic. Amy Winehouse. If John Krasinski directs and acts in the feature centering on a young girl who could see imaginary friends. That just sounds like Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. But, right, people were saying that. Okay. Furiosa. I mean, that could be interesting enough. I wasn't as into that movie as everybody else was. Is into Fury Road. Oh, yeah, it's also like 10 years later. It's a prequel, so Anya Taylor-Joy is going to play her. I mean, that could be interesting. And Chris Hemsworth will also be... Oh my god, what is wrong with this mouse? Okay. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I don't really care about Planet of the Apes lore. Garfield. Right. Oh my god, Chris Pratt is voicing. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not particularly excited. Okay, there's going to be another John Wick movie, but it's called Ballerina. So another franchise. Cool. Should I watch the John Wick? I mean, at this point, I feel like I gotta just to get with the zeitgeist. Maybe I'll do that tonight. Inside Out 2. I actually haven't seen the first one. Oh, Maya Hawke is going to voice Anxiety. Cool. Okay. I mean, yeah. Bad Boys 4. It's Bad Boys, but the fourth one. The Bike Riders. 20th Century Studios opted not to release it amid the strike. The new Regency film landed at Focus Features, which set a 2024 date. Focuses on the culture of 1960s Midwestern motorcycle club and stars Tom Hardy, Jodie Comer, and Austin Butler. Okay. Could be interesting. I feel like the things I'm most interested here are, like, not part of franchises. Like, some of them are adaptations, sure, but, like, they aren't, like, oh, another A Quiet Place. Okay. Oh my god. Wait, what is... Horizon, an American Saga, Chapter 1. Kevin Costner's multi-film Western... Why are Westerns, like, having a whole... There's been a lot of, like, Westerns lately, and I'm just so uninterested. Like, you could make a good Western, but, like... Horizon has been closely watched because it had been part of a dispute with his hit streaming Western Yellowstone. The Yellowstone team has said Costner was less available for filming the final season due to his commitments on Horizon, while Costner's camp had blamed script delays. Regardless, Horizon is one of the more intriguing gambles of the year. Should they be successful, 2 more parts are also in the works. I mean, I don't care. Untitled Scarlett Johansson Channing Tatum rom-com. Doesn't really roll off the tongue. Greg Berlanti is directing it. And it's set amid the backdrop of the space race. What's with Apple and the space race? Because they also have that For All Mankind show. Like, okay, Twisters. It's a new take on the 90s movie Twister. Cool, another remake. Yeah. I mean, a lot of these I'm like, I don't care. Deadpool 3. There's another oh, they're making a Borderlands movie. Eli Roth is directing it. Okay. Cool. Untitled Alien movie. From the Don't Breathe filmmaker. Oh, it takes place... Oh, it's because it's alien. Like the alien. Okay. Okay. They're posting... They're premiering these, like, 2 months apart. Okay. The other Horizon and Americans... Okay. Kraven the Hunter. Oh, another Spider-Man spinoff. Okay. Cool. Right, Beetlejuice 2. Tim Burton's back. Michael Keaton's back. Winona Ryder is back. Jenna Ortega plays her daughter. That should be interesting. Oh, Catherine O'Hara is going to come back. Willem Dafoe. Okay. Could be interesting. It's a script from the Wednesday showrunners, so I feel like it's probably going to be very corny, but... Like, I thought Wednesday was pretty corny, but it was, like, fun. I think it's bullshit that it was nominated for an Emmy, but it was fun. So, Transformers 1. I don't know the lore of Transformers. Another Saw movie. Okay. 11. Oh my god, I have 10 of them to watch. I haven't seen any of them. Oh my god, okay. Joker, Folie à Deux. Or however you say that. Honestly, can I say this? Is this a safe space? Can I say... And I'm actually really hyped for Joker 2. I didn't care so much about the Joker. Like, it was fine, whatever. Like, there's, whatever. But Lady Gaga and it being a musical, like, I'm so there. The fact that Lady Gaga is playing Harley Quinn and it's a musical saves it for me. Otherwise, I would have been like, oh, cool, another Joker, whatever. But, like, the fact that Lady Gaga and it's a musical, like, I'm there. I'm so there. But, I mean... Yeah, I also want something fresh. I mean, we have a couple of things here that seem interesting enough, but yeah, so much of it's like a remake, a reboot, a sequel, like, okay, I don't care. And about, like, IP that it's like, who cares? I don't know. I don't. Smile 2. I haven't seen Smile 1, but okay. Apparently it was one of the most profitable movies of 2022. I'll have to see it. Okay. Oh, I'm so excited for Lady Gaga's Harley Quinn is. You know, I'm so there. I'm so there. if it was not a musical and if it did not have Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn, I'd be like, whatever, I'll watch it because like the zeitgeist. But like the fact that it is Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn and a musical, like fuck yeah, dude, I'm so there. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be so unhinged. I'm so there. Venom 3. Honestly, I didn't realize there was a Venom 2. Red One. Dwayne Johnson and Chris Evans team up for this Christmas action comedy. Okay. I mean, that could be interesting. In a December 2022 Instagram post, Johnson said, Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. Our movie is a big, fun, action-packed, and fresh new take on Christmas lore. The Christmas lore. Oh. Okay. Jumanji meets Miracle on 34th Street meets Hobbs and Shaw with a dash of Harry Potter and sprinkled on top with my all-time favorite Christmas movie. It's a Wonderful Life. Let all that sink in. I don't even know how to let it all sink in. Oh, wait, did it really say that about Saw? Yeah, the franchise is first to get positive reviews. It's the 10th movie. That is really funny. Okay. I mean, I really gotta watch those at some point. The Rock is talking about Christmas lore, right? I mean, I'm pretty into, I wonder if it's gonna comment on the fact that if Rudolph's gonna be there, because Rudolph, another Jesus movie, right? Like, what do you mean by Christmas lore? Do you mean Rudolph? Do you mean, especially like Miracle? Like, is it Santa? Is it? I have no idea what's happening here. Oh, right, Gladiator 2. Ridley Scott is doing it. Okay. I mean, I'll watch it, I guess. Right. Paul Mescal, I mean, he's cute. That'll be cute. Right, Denzel Washington and Pedro Pascal are going to be there. That should be fun. Like, that should be good, I guess. But, the Wicked movie. Oh, yeah, honestly, I'm pretty hype about that. I'm really annoyed that Ariana Grande and SpongeBob's affair is kind of overshadowing it, because Wicked, I mean, it's a great musical and I'm looking forward to the movie, and like I do think Ariana Grande as Glinda like is pretty good casting. I don't know if I've seen, I mean, she's got a Tony, so I don't know, I'm hoping it'll be good. I'm really hoping it'll be good. I've been wanting a good Wicked movie for a long time now, but dropping elbows on people, right? Yeah. Very interesting. Untitled Karate Kid movie. Again? Another? Okay, sure. Ralph Macchio. Jackie Chan's gonna be there. In late 2023, they announced a worldwide casting search for the next Karate Kid. Okay. I don't know if there's gonna be anything interesting about it, but sure. Another Sonic the Hedgehog. Cool. Sonic the Hedgehog 3. I don't care. I actually read an early script of... I started reading an early script of Sonic the Hedgehog on my internship on the Sony lot, but I was so bored that even though it would be insider information and all of that, and like special facts and all, I was like, I don't care. I just like couldn't. All right. Mufasa, the Lion King. Wait. Okay, prequel focusing on Mufasa. Sure. Why not? Is it going to be live action? Because that sounds bad. If it were animated, I'd be like, okay, but it's going to be live action. And I mean, I guess I prefer that to just the straight up like live action remakes. But yeah, don't have high hopes for that. Nosferatu. Oh, on Christmas. Yeah, what a... All right. I mean, okay, Robert Eggers. I mean, this is a hell of a cast, though, I gotta say. Bill Skarsgård. Hell yeah. Wait, Barry Jenkins? Where? Oh, wait. Well, I didn't catch that because I saw Jon Favreau and I was like, oh, okay, I guess he's making this too. Yeah. 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 He better make big from this man. Because I don't think it's possible to be. I mean, maybe it'll be good, but I don't have high hopes. But he deserves better, or he deserves a lot of money. I mean, yeah, I see what you're saying, Curses. I agree. All that being said, I mean, I'll watch this Nosferatu because, you know, this mostly for the cast, though. Even though I was thinking, like, oh my god, how many Nosferatus do we need? Because, like, Werner Herzog also made one. Like, it's funny that Nicholas Hoult is there when he just played Renfield. Lily Rose Depp, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Emma Corrin, and Willem Dafoe. Like, that cast kind of slaps, though. So, maybe it'll be good. But also, how many Nosferatus do we? Like you said, like, oh my god, can we tell a new story? And another Lord of the Rings. Set hundreds of years before. Okay. All right. I was going to talk about some other TV stuff. Oh, I have really bad news for the gay nerds out there, by the way. Our Flag Means Death got canceled. So, I actually still haven't seen the second season, so maybe I'm part of the problem. But, I mean, I loved the first season. I just never get around to watching anything. Because I'm, yeah. All right, we'll wrap it up with this new TV shows that are coming. And then we can head out, because I'm getting tired. It's been an hour and a half. All right. Amazon. Fallout. Yeah, from the people who made Westworld. Yeah, it does seem like, yeah, people are just like remaking movies. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, also, it just sounds like with that other Frankenstein thing that's happening, like monsters are kind of having a moment. I mean, I feel like monsters happen having a moment, but like they're really, I don't know. I guess we'll see, but. All right. Yeah, I'm so hyped for the Fallout show, though. I know we keep talking about, like, oh my god, make original stuff, but, like, oh my god, this freaking mouse, dude. I'm excited for the Fallout show. I'm excited for that. I'm going to watch that. Yeah, it does seem like Amazon is hoping that it'll be like The Last of Us for, yeah. Donald Glover and Maya Erskine, shit, I don't know how to pronounce her name, I'm so sorry. Doing a new Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I don't know if I care, but I'm not sure I care about anything anymore. I mean, fair, honestly. Expats. Nicole Kidman drama. It doesn't say anything about it. Apple. Yeah, so they might bring back Ted Lasso. Honestly, I've always thought Ted Lasso was kind of mid. Oh my god, this freaking mouse, dude. Palm Royale. Oh, look at High Society with Kristen Wiig, Ricky Martin, Laura Dern, and another the Carol Burnett. Right, that sounds kind of interesting. I wish that these explained what these things were about, but they're not. Some of them are. Oh, okay. The Big Cigar, a limited series based on the 2012 Playboy article that chronicles the manhunt for the founder of the Black Panther Party who, with the help of a film producer, tries to flee to Cuba. That sounds fun. A Portal movie where 90% of the runtime is pratfalls from failed stunts. Yeah, exactly. Oh, man. Oh, you turned I'm turning 30 soon, so I'm not even happy about that. So, yeah. No, I mean, it's a very valid feeling. Like, a lot of these are just, like, so many of those, like, I'm more excited about the television, honestly. The New Look, a Paris-set historical fashion drama. That could be interesting. Featuring Ben Mendelsohn as Christian Dior. Coco Chanel's going to be there. I wonder if Coco Chanel's going to be a Nazi, because she was. And Maisie Williams is Catherine Dior. I mean, there was a lot of drama on that scene, so that could be pretty interesting. And in January, Apple, not HBO, takes flight with Masters of the Year, the Steven Spielberg and Tom Hanks produced follow-up, the Band of Brothers in the Pacific. Yeah, okay. Disney Plus, I mean, this is just going to be It's just gonna be their IP. Just Hawkeye spinoff Echo. Agatha Darkhold Diaries. X-Men 97. Star Wars, another Star Wars, more Star Wars. There's so much Star Wars. And then Skeleton Crew, which apparently is more Star Wars. Like, literally, does Disney Plus have anything that's not just... Look at all the IP we own, you guys! Like... Especially, yeah, after they watched TV take some legacy titles. I heard nothing about Muppets Mayhem. I'm like a Muppet stan. I heard, like, nothing about it. Like, there was no promo or anything for it. Like, whatever. FX, alright. The spin-offs are good, right? With the WandaVision offshoot, like, dude, alright, well. FX is a prime example of scheduling code changes, the blah, 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 blah. Shogun, biggest budgeted show they've ever mounted. Launching February 27th on Hulu. Based on the 1975 novel. International scale production. Okay. The Veil, starring Elizabeth Moss, in a performance that industry observers are calling one of the Emmy winners' best yet. Wow. Okay, that's pretty high praise. Right, and there's going to be another feud by Ryan Murphy. Capote and Swans. Where are the Swans? I don't know who the Swans are, but... Cool. HBO. The Idol last year. Oh my god, that was so bad. All right. Sam Mendes and Veep's Armando Iannucci with a new showrunner, John Brown, who counts both Veep and Succession among his credits, taking on the beleaguered superhero genre in a half-hour comedy about the behind-the-scenes of a fictional struggling superhero movie. Right, heard about this. The franchise. That could be good. That's kind of... Veep and Succession are kind of weird credits to go from that to this, but okay, sure. Then there's The Regime, which will fill the crown thirst and features a cast that includes Kate Winslet. Oh, these people. Who's it about, though? Like, when, whatever. I don't even care anymore. A24 mini The Sympathizer, based on the Pulitzer Prize-winning novel. Robert Downey Jr. playing multiple roles opposite Sandra Oh. I'm kind of sympathizer. This isn't really giving a lot of information here. Wait, do we have... Oh, no. Okay. Hulu. All right. Death and Other Details, a White Lotus-like mystery drama set aboard a cruise liner. Or you could just watch those TikToks of that TikTok cruise. We Were the Lucky Ones brings the ACT grad Joey King back to the streamer for a Holocaust survival drama. Could be good, I don't know. Interior Chinatown, a crime drama that sounds like a show within a show meets Jury Duty. Starring Jimmy O. Yang and directed by Taika Waititi. Okay. Could be interesting. And Under the Bridge, a true crime series starring Riley Keough, Lily Gladstone, and Archie Punjabi. What's it about, though? I don't know. And Max. All right, because Max makes originals. Greg Berlanti and Julie Plex, The Girls on the Bus, based on a chapter in a memoir, Chasing Hillary. The series stars Supergirl grad Melissa Benoist, however you say her name. They also got a Dune show coming out. Oh, right, and the Penguin show. Oh, right, Kristen Milioti is going to be in that. How would you say her name? That should be interesting. Netflix. Three Body Problem, which is made by Benioff and Weiss from Game of Thrones. Just this is a sci-fi epic. Okay. Right, the live-action Avatar The Last Airbender series. That's happening. Mike Schur and Ted Danson coming back together from The Good Place for The Mole Agent. I don't know what that'll be about. And Dead to Me's Liz Feldman has a show called No Good Deed with Ray Romano, Lisa Kudrow, Linda Cardellini, Cardellini, oh my god, Luke Wilson and Abby Jacobson. Okay, interesting cast. And some boomer shit from Paramount Plus, because they always do that. Peacock, right, the Ted prequel series, whatever. Apples Never Fall, some book. Those About to Die, inspired by an acclaimed novel. Okay, well, I don't know. Not as interesting, but, yeah. All right. So, all right. Good chat, everybody. Good talk. There was a lot today, because we're starting a year, and things are happening. But, this was fun. Close my tabs, please. All right. This was fun, but I'm very tired. And I need, food. So, yeah, I know. I'm hoping to get in the habit of this every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Coming here, talking about entertainment stuff. Hopefully, people are down to do that. So, I'll see you next week, maybe. Yeah, all right.